Something that I come back to from time to time is Jimmy Valvano, famous March 1993 award speech at the ESPY Awards for his inspirational rallying cry about don't give up, don't ever give up. Jimmy V was an iconic college basketball coach known for his improbable win in 1983 by taking the NC State Wolfpack to the national championship. They weren't a top seed in that tournament, but they ended up winning it all. And you might have heard of some of this recently because just this past March, the 11th seeded Wolfpack, same team, different coach, made a run to the Final Four. His team's always had a never give up attitude. And any of you that have watched March Madness have probably seen the image of Valvano running around the court after they won the championship in '83, overwhelmed with joy and just searching for someone to hug. It remains one of the most enduring moments in sports history. Of course, that was 10 years before this 1993 speech. In this speech, he was battling cancer. He was dying of cancer and very, very ill when he gave this rallying speech. I'll link the video here below, and I highly recommend you watching it. If you're a sports fan, you probably are familiar with it, but if you're not, just that whole never give up attitude is just so strong. I start there, not trying to make this an emotional tearjerker sort of week, but I want to talk about never give up. It's a weird job market out there, and some of you that know, I've been a month and a half since I was laid off. And I've had some luck getting interviews, not a ton, but it's weird out there. And specifically, the other week was a week from hell for me. I found out that I lost a great opportunity 7 interviews in, and at the last minute, lost out to somebody else. It happens, but this was brutal. The 8U team that I talked about a couple weeks ago, my 8U baseball team that I coach, lost our very first 2 games in the first week. Brutal. They got blown out in both games. I don't get sick much. I'm pretty good about staying in good health and taking care of my body, but I was down for the count for a couple of days with a cold. It was probably COVID. And probably the worst thing of all was that a local child who goes to school with my kids at their school ran away from school one day and ended up drowning in a lake not a quarter mile away from school. Just tragic, just a tragic event to just cap off the week from hell. But never give up. I don't know what you're going through right now, but let me offer up a few steps of a framework to help you stay focused and never give up. Number 1, define your purpose and know why and for what you are fighting for. Understanding your why is crucial when things get tough. Purpose fuels perseverance, giving you a reason to push through challenges. Valvano's fight against cancer became intertwined with his purpose to raise awareness and fund research, which helped him endure the hardest moments of that cancer treatment. For me, my wife and kids is my why. That is my purpose. It's that plain and simple to me. It's my responsibility, full stop, to be there and support them. And if you want to go deeper into, starting with why, there's a link here for a whole post that goes deeper into that. Number 2, breaking your task down into bite-sized, actionable steps. You have to know what the big goal is, but you also have to be able to take it one step at a time. For me, this means networking and applying for new jobs each and every day. Don't take a day off. Try to apply for 2 to 3 jobs every day and try to reach out and connect with 2 to 3 people in my network every single day. That's the things that I can control. I can't control when I get a job offer or when I get into an interview process, but I can absolutely control the work that I put in to get those opportunities. And you might remember a post I did a while back on 1% daily improvements. So there's a link here if you want to refresher on that, because all this is part of that. Make sure you're getting at least 1% better each and every day. It adds up. Number 3, accepting that failure is part of the journey, right? You're going to fail, and that's okay. Accept it, learn from it, and let it fuel your improvements. Once again, I've written a whole post on failure, so you can double down and click into that. For me, part of failure is finding out when rock bottom is. Hopefully for me, rock bottom was a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm on the upside. 4, focus on what you can control. As I just mentioned, for me, getting chosen for a job I apply for is kind of out of my hands, right? I don't get to make that decision. I have input. I can interview well. I can put in the homework to know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking to. But what I can control, as I said, is interviewing and applying. Do the work. But don't dwell on the things that are outside of your control. Number 5, build a support network. Find a mentor or two if you don't already have one. Engage and talk with friends who are going through a similar experience or can relate and empathize with you. Build those relationships, build those bonds. It's that's why teams bond so strongly when they're facing adversity and when they're working together and accomplishing great things. It's because that's shared experience that they can relate and empathize with each other through. Seek out motivation, encouragement from your support network, people that believe in you. Be transparent and honest about the situation. You don't need to bottle things away, right? It's okay to say, I've had a hell of a week. It's okay to get that out. It's okay to move on and learn from it, but never give up. Number 6, accept that this is all part of the journey. My mom loves to say, this too shall pass. But I like a quote from a famous poet of our modern era. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yes, I absolutely just quoted Kelly Clarkson. You know you loved it. Perseverance, failure, and success are part of the journey. You'll be stronger on the other side with more confidence to overcome bigger obstacles. So embrace it. Understand this is part of the journey of your life. It's not always going to be easy, and that's okay. But you accomplishing and overcoming those tough moments in your life is what makes your story so powerful. Valvano's famous speech was about finding joy, hope, and fight in the face of adversity. For me, I told you about my week from hell. Well, that was 2 weeks ago. Since then, I've gotten into a couple more interview funnels. I picked up a couple of freelance jobs to pay the bills. So I've got a floor underneath me now. And the 8U team has not lost a game since. So just remember, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Y'all have a great day. If you like it, please like, subscribe, share with friends. I'm here every Friday with a 5-minute pep talk and little words of wisdom, hopefully. Have a good weekend.